We'll light our triple goddess candle. To the glory of the triple goddess, we kindle the light, symbolically representing the 7 faces of Mary Magdalene as the maiden, the mother, and the crone. Our candle lighting service tonight honors the 7 faces of Mary through the symbolism of the triple goddess. The triple goddess can be somewhat diverse and complex expression of the divine feminine for those who worship her. However, she provides constant opportunities to learn and grow through connecting to her 3 aspects, the maiden, the mother, and the crone, symbolized in the phases of the moon. The readings and prayers contained in our service are drawn from the work of Megan Don in her book, The New Divine Feminine, which just this year was republished under a new title. I want to make sure she gets credit for this. It's called Feminine Courage, Remembering Your Voice and Vision Through a Retelling of Our Myths and Inner Stories. Megan presents us with a profound system of working with the many aspects of the divine feminine through Mary Magdalene as the way shower. The 7 faces are presented as the light and dark aspects of our being, expressed through the maiden, who we also call the daughter bride, the mother, and the crone, grandmother or hag.
Right. So the maiden aspect aligns with the crescent to waxing phase of the moon and represents the youthful phase of a woman's life. This is the time of growth, reflected by the waxing of the moon as it moves toward fullness. In the cycles of nature, the maiden is associated with dawn, sunrise, and the spring season. The maiden represents beauty, fresh potential, and new life. In human beings, she is associated with qualities of innocence, youth, self-confidence, intelligence, and independence, and with activities relating to exploration, discovery, self-expression, and creativity.
At the full moon, the maiden becomes the mother, giving birth to all of the abundance on earth. She is associated with midday, and her season is summer, the lushest time of the year, with forests and fields flourishing and young animals growing into maturity. In the human realm, she is associated with nurturing, responsibility, adulthood, and the fullness of life. As the giver of life, she is the aspect most associated with manifestation. In fact, the mother is considered by many to be the most powerful of the 3 goddess aspects. And it was a mother goddess archetype that inspired the original vision of divine feminine.
As the moon wanes and the darkness of the night sky grows, the crone steps into her power. Called the hag in earlier iterations of the triple goddess, she represents the post-childbearing years of life and is associated with autumn and winter, sunset and night, and the winding down and ending of the growing season. The crone is the wise elder aspect of the goddess and governs aging and endings, death and rebirth, and past lives, as well as transformations, visions, prophecy, and guidance. She is the one who reminds us that death is part of the life cycle, just as the moon's dark phase precedes the new moon. Now, we're now going to have a dance led by Farrunnissa.
So this will be a dance that you can do seated or standing. I have a very small space here, so I'll demonstrate it standing, but sitting, but please feel free to stand or walk, or to just be in silence and receive. This is a beautiful dance that uses the name Daughter of the Light, and also the words Nukva Or, which means in Hebrew, Daughter of the Light, the absolute, limitless, infinite light. Also, we use the words Ein Sof Or, which is the unknowable aspect of divinity. And I'll paste these words into the chat. And I'll just briefly describe the movements that can be done sitting or standing, walking, as you wish. So Miriam, Daughter of the Light, we have our hands crossed over our heart. And it's a simple, somewhat Zikr move where we first lean to the right and straighten, right and straighten. And then Nukva, Nukva Or, hands and arms come up, reaching, embracing the Daughter of the Light. Then on the repeat, we lean to the right, to the left, the other direction. Miriam, Daughter of the Light. And then same movement, Nukva, Nukva Or. And then the third repetition, we bring our hands to the womb basket, our second center, just below our belly button, on Miriam. And then on Daughter of the Light, the hands come up from that center, birthing the light through us, all around us. So starting on the womb basket, Miriam, Daughter of the Light. And then on this Nukva, hands come to the prayer position at the heart. And then the palms part and come to the sides facing forward, and a bow, or if you're standing, a curtsy, Nukva Or. And then that repeats, Miriam, Daughter of the Light. And the last phrase, Ein Sof Or, the limitless light, opening from the heart, palms extend up and hands move forward, symbolizing that the daughter walks forth in the infinite light. So Amina is going to play this beautiful recording for us. And if you'd like to watch me for the movements, I'll be demonstrating those, or feel free to move freely, to turn or walk or just sit and receive. Here we go, leaning to the left.
Miriam, daughter of the light, Nukva, Nukva Or. Miriam, daughter of the light, Nukva, Nukva Or. Miriam,
Wanted to just mention before we begin the service that after each of the readings for the 7 faces, there is a sung chant that I invite you to join in singing. We repeat each one 3 times, and we will put the words in the chat for you. To the glory of the triple goddess, we kindle the light, symbolizing the daughter bride of light.
The sacred daughter has been little known, her energy lying dormant in many of us, and yet she brings the very vitality and freshness of life. She awakens us to new ways of being and living, and she is the very key to our embodied life.
Hear our prayer for the freshness of life. Daughter of light, I call to you from the deepest recesses of my soul. I call for you to return to the land of my soul, where it waits to give birth in this world. Bring your inspirations and dreams, your new ways of being, especially those I cannot even imagine. May we break open all those places that have closed and withered, and may we dance freely in the light.
Our chant is Kala Nura Nukvaor, the daughter bride of light. Kala Nura, Kala Nura, Kala Nura Nukvaor, Kala Nura, Kala Nura, Kala Nura Nukvaor. Kala Nura, Kala Nura, Kala Nura Nukvaor, Kala Nura, Kala Nura, Kala Nura Nukvaor. Kala Nura, Kala Nura, Kala Nura Nukvaor, Kala Nura, Kala Nura, Kala Nura Nukvaor. To the glory of the triple goddess, we kindle the light, symbolizing the dark daughter bride.
Through Lilith, she is our guide into the darkness and into the brilliance of light that stands within and behind the dark, the brilliance of light that lives within us. She is our ally, our protectress, and our liberator. Fear her not, and do not shun her. She comes to liberate.
Hear our prayer for mystical sight. I come into my mystical gazing, into my sight within, I lay down all thoughts of myself and being and open to who I am in the becoming, feeling, seeing, sensing, and believing. I come with faith, I leave with knowledge, drawing my being and becoming into one. I return to earth in peace, in calm, in knowing.
Our chant is Kali Kala, Lila Tu, the dark bride and daughter of the night. Kali Kala, Kali Kala, Kali Kala, Lila Tu, Kali Kala, Kali Kala, Kali Kala, Lila Tu. Kali Kala, Kali Kala, Kali Kala, Lila Tu, Kali Kala, Kali Kala, Kali Kala, Lila Tu. Kali Kala, Kali Kala, Kali Kala, Lila Tu, Kali Kala, Kali Kala, Kali Kala, Lila Tu. To the glory of the triple goddess, we kindle the light, symbolizing the mother of light.
The mother has many forms and faces, which she shows us through all traditions. However, her light has been dimmed and her darkness covers over. May she be allowed to shine in her brightness, revealing herself in our own consciousness. May we let her shine through us as us.
Hear our prayer for bright splendor. Woman of light, we pray to you in all your splendor and your brightness of soul. May we come to our birthing with grace, with openness, with desire, letting complacency fall aside, and with old energies willing to die. Let our heavenly soul be known within and all around us, for this is our saving grace, our soul known in you, our soul born in you. Praise to you, Mother, our woman of light. Teach us how to fly with your eagle wings.
Our chant is Ama Aima, Ein Sof Or, the bright and fertile mother of the infinite light. Amaima, 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 Ein Sof Or, Amaima, 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 Ein Sof Or. Amaima, 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 Ein Sof Or, Amaima, 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 Ein Sof Or. Amaima, Amaima, the glory of the triple goddess, we kindle the light, symbolizing the dark mother.
The deeper our journey takes us within, the deeper and greater subtlety of shadows we encounter. These shadows have been protecting our soul until we are ready to look at them and see the radiance and light they are watching over. Na'ama, our mother of the dark and queen of the night, is a great force within us, and she is a great liberator of being. Mary said, "Until you know the darkness of Sophia, you will not acquire her light."
Hear our prayer for true intelligence. Ne'amah, help me back into the fullness that I am. No more seeking in the dry desert land, trying to know union on my own. You are fertile ground, a ground so fertile that all life teems from your soul. A ground where your magic and ritual make love with your strength and focus, weaving together a love triad that bursts forth cosmic ecstasy. Bring me home, Ne'amah. Bring me home to that fertile ground, home to the true intelligence that we are, the intelligence on fire with love.
Our chant is Kali Ima, Ne'amah. Kalima, 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 Ne'amah. Kalima, Kalima, Kalima,
Microphone, I think.
Ne'amah. What was that? I'm going to start that one again. Kalima, 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 Ne'amah. 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 To the glory of the triple goddess, we kindle the light, symbolizing the cosmic crown of light.
Igorette. The crone has two faces, one life-giving, the other death-bringing or destruction. The crone of light lives with the vision of the greater cosmos and how this world can and must serve the divine plan. The crone in her life-giving aspect is known as the Ancient One of Knowledge. She is the very soul of creation and the very soul of humanity. She is the great cosmic mind womb of spacious no-thingness that contains the great and ancient knowledge and the everythingness, or the chaos.
Hear our prayer for primordial mind. Ancient one of knowledge, you know the secrets of transformation, of bringing forward something from nothing, of giving form to the formless. You have no fear of the swirling waters begetting life and death and life again. Show me this way in my own life. Teach me how I may reach deeply into my own primordial matrix of being and honor the impulse of creation that surges through me at every moment. Do not let me fear in bringing this forward, but teach me to weave it in and through with healing prayers for all the world and all of creation.
Our chant is Igoret Hakma'or, the cosmic crone of light and divine wisdom. Igoret, Igoret, Igoret Hakma'or, 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 Igoret, Igoret, Igoret Hakma'or. To the glory of the triple goddess, we kindle the light, symbolizing the crone of dissolution and the dark.
Igoret, the crone of dissolution, is also known as the hag of chaos, the hag of the void, or the end of days. She is the one who brings dissolution to our world, and in order to do this, she will reveal what needs to be dissolved, often with ensuing chaos. But within this chaos and the accompanying destruction, there is a great and cosmic order at play, and an ultimate life-giving outcome.
Hear our prayer for the revealing of the truth of dissolution. Open my mind, dear crone of the dark, that I may know the truth of your destructive nature, that I may feel its liberating power for all humankind. Let me not turn my face away, but be willing to the vision of the night in my own soul and that of the world. May I cease fearing and trembling and stand firmly in my grand being, knowing war and peace to be one, one within me, one within all, revealing your secret wisdom of true life.
Our chant is Kali Igoret, Sophia, the dark crone of wisdom and dissolution. Kali Igaret, Kali Igaret, Kali Igaret, Sophia. 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 To the glory of the triple goddess, we kindle the light, symbolizing the Virgin of the clear light.
The Virgin of the clear light is the pure radiant awareness of our nature. It is a spacious ground of our being that has always been, is now, and always shall be in its perfected state. This Virgin is also known as our awakened being or pure mind. She knows the eternal well of the living waters and needs no other to show her the way, for she is the very well and the very waters. She is the way.
Hear our prayer for true desire. Fire of true desire, I call to you and invite you back to my heart, back to the origins of my soul and my being of light. May we bring each other into delight, into the radiance of truth. May I learn once more to commune with and command the power of my soul, using it for the good of all in this world and all worlds. May I believe and know this to be possible. May I know it is already so.
Our chant is Eya Or, Ein Sof Or. I am and I am becoming my own pure light nature in the infinite light. Eya Or, Eya Or, Eya Or, Ein Sof Or, Eya Or, Eya Or, Eya Or, Ein Sof Or. Eya Or, Eya Or, Eya Or, Ein Sof Or, Eya Or, Eya Or, Eya Or, Ein Sof Or. Eya Or, Eya Or, Eya Or, Ein Sof Or, Eya Or, Eya Or, Eya Or, Ein Sof Or. Let's all rise, those of you who are able or would like to, for our closing prayer. And I invite you to read along with me. The words are in the chat. Just make sure that you are muted. Hear our prayer for pure, radiant awareness. Mother Virgin, Magdalene of the many faces, we come seeking our transparency, the essence of our pure, radiant awareness. May we be willing to release all thought of who we think we are and open to our greater capacity. May we be this in the world, live this in the world, joining our energies with others, helping those still bound in pain. May we rise, Holy Virgin, we as the many, we as the matrix, and may the power of love reign. Amen. So I'd like to have you join me in a seated Zikr. This is one of the Miriam Magdalene dances in the cycle, and I have modified the movement so that we may do this in a seated and more meditative way. It's called Kali Kala Elohim, and was inspired by a reading from the Sophia Gnostic Christian tradition, which says in part, from one generation to another, the soul of Our Lady is incarnate as a holy woman. From her holy soul are 7 rays, each embodying a face of the Holy Bride. From one, there are 7, and from 7, there are 7 times 7, so that a matrix of 49 is manifest in the world. Thus she, being Mary, comes as one and many, and her holy soul is always among us, laboring to give birth to the second coming of Christ. And so it shall be until her labor comes to fruition. These holy names of Mary, Kala and Kali, are Hebrew, and the Kala is the bright bride, Kali, the dark bride. Elohim is one of the Hebrew holy names of God, meaning the Father and Mother as the one and the many, and the male-female spirit of God. So let's sing through this just to get you familiar with the melody, and then we'll learn the movements. Kali Kala Elohim, and we sing this one phrase throughout. So there are two parts. And our first part, we'll cross our arms over our heart, and it's just the traditional Zikr movements that we're all familiar with, beginning by leaning to the right on the Li of Kali, straighten, and Kala, straighten. And we'll do that for 3 times. On the Elohim, we open our arms so that our palms face outward, and we'll be making a clockwise circular movement, and we are radiating the 7 rays of Mary's soul with this movement. And then on the repeat, arms cross, and we'll be leaning left, center, and right. And we just alternate those movements. Then our palms will be radiating in a clockwise, a moonwise direction. Again, arms crossed over the heart. On the second part, on Kali, our head drops to the heart and raises on Kala. And as we do this movement, dropping and centering in the heart, we feel Mary's matrix of light radiating out to the world from her heart. On the Elohim, sweeping our head from left to right over the heart, symbolizing and feeling the divine union of the masculine and feminine in the bridal chamber of our heart.
Kali, Kala,
please join me in our closing affirmations? Just repeat after me, and if you like, you can stand or be seated. I am and I am becoming. I am and I am becoming. I am pure, radiant awareness. I am pure, radiant awareness. Ya Mariam, Ya Mariam. Blessed be, blessed be.